All right, let's just get right into it. If you're running a law firm here in the Tampa Bay area, you've probably done everything by the book. You've got the professional office, a great team of attorneys, and a website that looks fantastic. But there's this nagging problem that so many of you are running into. This. This right here is the number one thing we hear from managing partners all over Tampa. It's just a really simple, direct frustration that gets right to the point. You're all set up, you're ready to go, but the one thing you need the most, those new client calls, just isn't happening. And it's a confusing question, isn't it? I mean, you've got the polished website, you've got a team of absolute pros, the phone should be ringing. So what's the disconnect here? Why are potential clients who need you not finding you? Well, what we're seeing is that it's not a problem with your skills or your reputation. It's a problem with how you're being seen online. Or actually, if you're being seen online at all. And it's a conversation that almost no one is having in the right way. So let's be super clear about this because it's the most important point. Most Tampa law firms don't have a visibility problem. Your website probably looks amazing. What you have is a findability problem. Your clients can't find you not because your site looks bad, but because your site literally doesn't speak the language that systems like Google and ChatGPT now use to understand the world. Let me paint you a picture we see practically every week. An established personal injury firm right in downtown Tampa sinks a bunch of money into a beautiful new website. It's slick, the copy is perfect, and then 6 months go by. And crickets. Case inquiries are totally flat. They spend a fortune on looking better, but they didn't invest a dime in actually being found. Okay, so to really get why this is happening, we have to talk about the biggest shift on the internet in probably the last decade. The entire way people find information has been turned on its head. We've gone from a world of search engines to a world of answer engines. Think about what this really means. An answer engine doesn't give you a list of choices. It gives you one answer, the single best answer. So when someone in Tampa asks their phone, "Who's the best divorce lawyer near me?" the AI doesn't give them 10 links to click. It just gives them a name. And if your firm isn't that name, you are completely 100% invisible in that moment. And this just shows you how much the game has changed. 5 years ago, SEO was all about stuffing keywords in and getting backlinks. Today, it's about context, credibility, and technical structure. Google's AI doesn't just scan your website for words anymore. It tries to understand it. It's looking for clear, unmistakable signals that tell it exactly who you are, what you're an expert in, and why you're a true authority. So what's happening is, while you're focused on the old ways, you're up against what we call invisible competition. These are other firms, maybe even smaller ones you've never heard of, that you don't even realize are snatching up your leads. They're not outspending you on ads. They're simply outstructuring you for the AI. And please, don't think this is some problem for the future. It is happening right now. Every single day your firm's website isn't built for AI search, you are silently losing clients to the competition that is. It's this quiet leak that's holding back your firm's growth. So, how do we fix it? Well, the good news is there's a very clear path forward, and it's not about marketing tricks or gimmicks. It's about engineering your online presence with a precise system built for this new AI world. The whole solution is built on 6 core pillars that all work together. It all starts with structured data integration. Think of this like adding little cheat codes to your website that teach the AI exactly what your firm is all about. Then, we add micro-targeted city pages to really own specific local areas. From there, we focus on answer engine optimization, which is all about making your firm the one true answer. And all of this is supported by a solid foundation, a conversion-driven design that actually turns visitors into calls, ethical, bar-compliant copywriting, and a super-fast site thanks to core web vitals. Look, this isn't just theory. Let's get into the proof. Let's look at how putting these strategies to work gets real, measurable results for firms right here in Tampa. Okay, first up, a story about a great family law firm in South Tampa. They had amazing reviews, top-notch attorneys, but the managing partner was just at her wit's end. Their website was a ghost town. It wasn't bringing in a single new client. So we took a look under the hood and found all the usual suspects. A slow website, really generic page titles, no specific pages for nearby places like Brandon or St. Pete, and a bunch of broken code. So we rebuilt their site's foundation, created those critical local pages, and added special code that answered common questions people were asking online. And the result? In just 90 days, they saw a 116% increase in calls and contact form submissions. Now listen, the key here is they didn't double their ad budget, they more than doubled their findability.
All right, next up, a solo estate planning attorney over in Carrollwood. His biggest fight was trying to compete with these huge firms that just dominate Google ads. He was, for all intents and purposes, completely invisible. For him, the game plan was all about building authority through structure. We built out detailed articles answering the questions his clients always asked. We added very specific code that told Google he was a legal service and an attorney. And we embedded his verified reviews right into his website's DNA. And you know what happened? 4 months later, his answers started getting cited directly by Google's AI and ChatGPT. And that's when the phone really started to ring. But here's the best part. The calls weren't just random people kicking the tires. They were local families ready to book paid consultations. That's the power of being seen as the authority. Okay, one last example. A mid-sized PI firm. They had already been burned by 3 different SEO companies and were blowing thousands of dollars a month with absolutely nothing to show for it. So yeah, they were pretty skeptical. The data told us a story right away. People were landing on their site and leaving because the free consultation button was basically hidden. So we redesigned the homepage to put that call to action front and center. And then we built out 10 brand new pages targeting searches like car accident lawyer near Clearwater. And the results were just wow. In 6 months, their organic traffic shot up by 172%, and their case inquiries literally doubled. They didn't change what they do. They just changed how easy it was for people to find them. So what does this all boil down to for your firm? It means the future of legal marketing here in Tampa is a pretty clear choice. It's not about who has the biggest ad budget anymore. It's about who has the smartest structure. This is just the new reality, you know? If a potential client can't find you, they can't trust you. Your online findability is now directly linked to how credible and authoritative your firm appears. Being findable is the new currency of trust. So I'll just leave you with this one last thought. The next person in Tampa Bay who desperately needs your legal expertise. They're not going to be scrolling through 10 pages of blue links. They're going to ask an AI a direct question. And the only thing that's going to matter in that moment is, when they ask, is your firm going to be the answer? All right, let's just get right into it. If you're running a law firm,